Hey guys, it's Marley from Kale and Krunches. Welcome back to my channel. And I haven't been on YouTube in a really long time, haven't recorded or filmed anything. And my only excuse is that I have been growing a tiny human inside of me. So the truth is I just haven't felt like showing up for the camera. I have seen so many amazing YouTube videos from vloggers that I'm obsessed with, documenting everything from peeing on a stick to telling their husband to all the ultrasounds and all that stuff. And I thought I would be like that too and really record and document all the steps for you guys. But the truth is that when it actually came time to peeing on the stick and telling DC and going to our ultrasounds, I was just so caught up in the moment that the last thing I thought about was pulling out my camera and recording anything. So I kind of failed in that department, but really the point of this vlog is to share with you guys what's been going on the last 3 months, because it was hard to show up on Instagram stories and be honest without giving everything away. So I have recorded the good, the bad, and the ugly of first trimester, and it is like mostly ugly. I just want to preface everything by saying that this is not meant to be a video complaining about anything. I am so grateful for this healthy pregnancy, and it is not meant to be hurtful or insulting to anyone who's gone through any type of loss or are currently trying. Yeah, let's just start from the beginning and take it back to Labor Day weekend, about 5 days after I peed on the stick.
It's Saturday, September 1st. I am on a walk up north, beautiful cottage. On Wednesday, DC and I found out that I was pregnant. DC was working from home on Wednesday when I took the test, and I thought of a million fun ways, obviously would fantasize about how to tell him, but at the time, I even thought about hiding a camcorder, it's like the 80s, my phone or a camera, so I could record his reaction, but obviously at the time, the last thing I was thinking about was shooting something. I took the test and he was working from home, so I got to share that news with him right away. Thank God, because I couldn't imagine not being able to tell him right that second and waiting all day. I'm a little nervous recording this right now because it's really early. In fact, we don't even know how pregnant I am. I have irregular periods, really long cycles. So we just got a call from the doctor that the blood test looks good, but I do have to go for an early dating ultrasound, which will tell us how far along I actually am. Anywhere from 2 weeks to 4 weeks, I have no idea. Again, which is why I'm so nervous recording this, because I'm afraid if I put it out there, obviously you're not seeing this for a while, but just seeing this right now, I'm afraid something bad's gonna happen, but I guess that's just something everyone feels. So yeah, I'm just gonna take you guys along on the journey over the next 3 months and then post this when it's officially, I guess, in the safe zone to announce. But yeah, so far I've been feeling great. I just have felt like I've been getting my period for 3 months, for 2 or 3 weeks, which they say is normal. And yeah, can't believe it.
So DC, as you saw, was home when we took the first pregnancy test, and my second person I told was Ann Matthews of Energy Tree Ann. Ann was a huge player in this whole getting pregnant game, I guess. It wasn't just acupuncture. She had put me on a ton of supplements and tinctures, and she's just really an expert in women's health and fertility in Chinese medicine. And she wasn't only a medical professional I went to during this whole process, but she was also just really good support for me. So I took the test and then I sent it to her right away. So I went to go see her a couple of days later, and we had a little celebration with some non-alcoholic wine. So we actually ended up having 2 dating ultrasounds to kind of figure out when I was due, which is May 6th. And at this point, I was still kind of feeling pretty good. It was still early, but I wasn't really feeling too many symptoms yet. So, little update. We had an ultrasound on September 4th, and we were hoping that we could figure out exactly how far along I am and when my due date is. We couldn't really see much. All we could see was a cluster, and it looks like I'm about 5 weeks, but we do have to repeat the ultrasound in 2 weeks to get a more accurate due date. which is great because I'm happy to have any excuse to have an ultrasound and hopefully hear that everything is alive and well. And we're hoping to hear the heartbeat at this next one. So we are just looking forward to finding out a due date. In terms of symptoms, I'm feeling pretty good. I'd say the most noticeable changes are my boobs are like really painful and swollen, like they hurt a lot. I have a really heightened sense of smell, which I found out is a symptom. Like everything just smells so strong and like gross, and pretty tired. I don't know, my appetite just feels off, but I was also put on an antibiotic when my urine test came back because it came back that I had a bladder infection. So I've been on amoxicillin for almost a week now, and I can't tell if like these are pregnancy symptoms or if it's just the antibiotics that are making me feel so nauseous. So I'm excited to stop the antibiotics and kind of pay more attention to my body and see how they're making me feel. So I think I'm around 6 weeks today. We still don't know because we don't have our ultrasound for another 6 days, but feeling like so nauseous and queasy, but I haven't puked yet, which is weird for me because I'm such a puker. I thought I'd be like living with my head in the toilet, but it could still happen. Everything just makes me want to barf. The thought of it, even though I don't actually have to barf, like the thought of any other food makes me want to gag. So if I had to sum up my first trimester in 2 words, it would be bagels and cheese. So this is a little bit of an idea of what I've been eating the past 13 weeks. So I always assumed that I would just be like a really healthy, glowy, fit, pregnant person. But at least in the first trimester, the extent of my food looks like this. This is hard cheese cubes and Triscuit crackers, and Minute Maid like bottled orange juice. I've never, as long as I've lived on my own, bought cheese cubes for myself or cheese at all, and definitely like unless it was life or death, I wouldn't drink bottled orange juice with 36 grams of sugar. But this is literally all I can stomach. Just snuck out early from a blogger event. We were making food and too many smells, too much stuff, and I snuck out for this. At an event with Jor, but made her leave so I could go get a wrap. So I'm hungry, and they only had like meat on a stick, and
I'm such a good friend.
she's a really good friend. She's very supportive, letting me have my carbs. One symptom that really did surprise me in the first trimester was my insomnia. I thought that I would just be the person with their head in the toilet puking the whole time, but that wasn't the case. My biggest thing that really gave me a hard time was definitely just not sleeping. I would fall asleep, but then I would wake up to pee around 12, 1 or 2, and wouldn't be able to fall back asleep. And I had to get up for clients in the morning. I had to live my life still, not be able to tell anyone, and that struggle was real. It's 2:15 a.m. and I've been up basically since, I don't even know. This is like my second night of bad insomnia, and this time I woke up with like such a deep, hollow stomach ache. And I just feel like I need to have like toast or something. I'm tired but I can't sleep. I also have clients in the morning, like I have to be up at 6, so this whole not being able to sleep is just not gonna be ideal. the biggest challenges of being a secretly pregnant blogger is just feeling not like yourself. So whether I was going to events, needing to work out, needing to fit into workout clothes or look good in workout clothes, that was all super challenging, especially because the last thing I felt like doing was being in front of a camera.
Today feels like it's been the hardest day so far, and I'm not even throwing up, so shocked I haven't been throwing up much, but again, I don't want to jinx it because it could always happen. I woke up at like 3 again, didn't go back to sleep, had a 6 a.m. client, and I actually like projectile dry heaved. I didn't even know that that was a possibility, that like I had to rush out of bed to barf, but like nothing was in my stomach, and it's probably like the lowest energy I've ever felt. I'm supposed to be doing an Instagram takeover for a brand that I'm working with, and like every story I'm doing is the biggest effort ever. I feel so sick. I have to go to a workout class for this takeover. Like, luckily it's just Pilates, but literally just taking my phone out or answering an email feels like the biggest effort, and I guess this is just the way it's supposed to be. I'm here in Montreal with Saucony. It's the 3rd stop on the Run Your World tour. We did London back in May and Toronto in July. I'm about 8 weeks now, or just 8.5 weeks, and this is the top that we got to wear in May and in July, and now I literally had to stuff my boobs into it. Like, I could not get it on for the life of me. Nothing fits, but I should have told them so I could ask for different clothes. So I'm literally stuffed my body like a sausage into this outfit, and I'm gonna have to cover it up somehow. Like, this is not okay. All right, haven't done an update in a while. In the same spot that I filmed most of these, just for my phone, because I don't even have like the energy to go get a camera or what's it called? Oh my god, I actually don't remember what it's called. What do you put the camera on? A tripod. Baby brain. I am currently 9 weeks pregnant. Had a great first appointment yesterday with my doctor. What I wanted to talk about today was how hard it's been to like almost live a lie on Instagram. Basically, I've had zero motivation to create content, to film anything. I haven't posted to YouTube in 3 weeks, probably even more than that, 4 weeks. Just like posting photos, everything is just such an effort. And I realized today that it's not that I'm too like tired to physically take a photo. It's that I feel like I'm living a lie. Like I'm Kale and Krunches, but I'm not. Like I'm not working out at all, because by the time I finish teaching classes and training clients and demoing lunges and lifting weights and passing weights and cleaning up equipment, I just don't have the energy to do my own workouts. And I just think it's more important to listen to my body now than to push myself. And I don't feel like that person who runs this blog normally. Like, I'm gained about 10 pounds already. I'm not eating the same way. Like, I can barely stomach vegetables, smoothies. I'm just having like lots of bagels and cheese, as you've seen in this video so far, or you will see, and I just don't feel like myself. So to come online and come on stories and show up as someone who doesn't even feel like themselves is really, really hard. And I don't want to take photos of myself. I don't think I look good right now. I know I don't look good right now. Even just like showing up and teaching my classes and training my clients in like tight workout gear makes me feel really self-conscious. I'm sure people are suspecting things. My boobs are so much bigger. Like, my skin is terrible. So I'm just feeling like so shitty. And I know the hormones have to do with it too. But I think the hardest part has been pretending to like try and be myself when I'm not, because it's too early to announce. So I think that if I was able to like take everyone through this, I would feel so much better, but obviously it's not safe to announce yet. So that's sort of where I am now. Have to go teach gift now. And yeah, it's like teaching these afternoon classes is the worst part, because by the end of the day, obviously just mustering up like the very minimal energy that's left in my body. Anyways, that's all for today.
And then we went to Japan. Traveling in first trimester is challenging. I'll just put it out there. I was lucky enough to be with an incredibly supportive husband who understood that I needed to stop and take breaks and nap throughout the day. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was challenging. So many of you wanna know what I ate, and really simple, Japan has the best udon noodles, ramen noodles, soba noodles ever. So I ate a ton of noodles and drank a ton of ginger ale. Was it hard not being able to have sushi? Yeah, it was awful, but my doctor said no raw fish, so I did not eat any raw fish, and that was that. So this is how we did Japan. A lot of noodles, a lot of ice cream, and a lot of sleeping.
Officially day one in Japan, and probably just experienced the hardest moment of my life when DC enjoyed the most delicious looking sushi I've ever seen. Toro. And I obviously couldn't have any. So this is just going to be the start of it. But feeling good otherwise, and having all the cooked food. Still delicious. I really want to go for conveyor belt sushi tonight, and DC's not convinced that there's anything I can eat. I'm telling him that I can have kapamaki, which is cucumber and shrimp, but we're now trying to figure out if shrimp in sushi is actually cooked or raw, and also trying to find a place in Japan that will actually serve cucumber sushi. What?
It's sad that you are in Japan and you have to eat cucumber rolls.
Well, obviously it's a good situation.
This is what I'm eating.
Haha. Fuck you. Find out if I can have the shrimp, please.
Top the list. I don't think you can.
Can I have shrimp?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I've had shrimp every night in this trip. It's been covered in tempura.
But that's fried. This isn't fried.
Can we write them a sign in Japanese asking if it's raw?
So another big symptom I had to deal with leading up to getting pregnant and then within my first trimester was horrible cystic acne. It is what it is. It's definitely cleared up, but for I'd say like 2 months, it was really hard to cover it up and deal with hormonal acne.
All right, so it is the day after I got home from Japan. It's like, I don't even know what time it is. Like, honestly, there's no difference between jet lag and first trimester insomnia. I'm up anyways. But I wanted to give you a proper look at my skin after the trip. I know it's a mixture of just eating a lot of carbs and fried food in Japan, drinking a lot of ginger ale, so a lot of refined sugar because I was super nauseous there, and also plane rides, of course, travel, but then of course pregnancy hormones and first trimester acne. So this is what my skin looks like. I'm going to give it up close and just try not to get scared because I get scared every time I look in the mirror. Seriously, it's like Halloween every day for me. So here you can see all along my cheeks. These are super, super painful. These really, really hurt when you touch them. Chin is like, it's been worse, to be honest. I only really have one. Other cheek is getting there. And then forehead is starting to act up too. So this is just the real deal, guys. This is the worst skin I've ever had in my life, and I think it's like almost funny that I was complaining like 2 months ago when I had like 1 or 2 cystic pimples, and now I have a whole face covered in them. Yay! I care, I do, but obviously I know that there's other stuff going on and could be worse. And yeah, again, one final look if you haven't lost your appetite yet. This is the face of pregnancy.
Coming home from Japan, aside from the jet lag and acne, felt like a huge milestone because we were finally hitting 12 weeks. So a few days after we got home, we got to go to our 12-week ultrasound. We found out the gender. We did a little gender reveal with our families. And yeah, you'll see how that went down. It is officially week 12 today, and we had our 4th ultrasound, but like the official ultrasound. Here's our baby. Look how cute. Look how cute. I don't think I've said in the video yet what it is, so I'm just not gonna say. We're feeling amazing. I was so nervous leading up to this ultrasound, like obviously jet lag, but didn't sleep for a second last night. Now they're to DC, and I just like, this one is obviously a big deal. The technician was amazing, gave us like all the details, and everything looks good. And yeah, we're gonna tell our family all the news on Thursday. It's Monday today. And eventually, this might be the last vlog. I guess technically, this is like the first day of my 12...
First day of the rest of your life.
12 weeks.
It's from an exhibit song.
What?
From an exhibit song.
What's exhibit?
X to the Z exhibit.
Like a band is exhibit?
A rapper. Where were you in the 90s?
Older than you.
Probably too old to be cool.
Anyways, look how cute our little Bubba.
Put exhibit X to the Z as the outro music for this.
Okay.
X gonna give it to you.
Cue outro music.
What do you think? What color sprinkles do you think are inside?
Boy.
Yeah? Okay.
What about for the colorblind?
What are you?
Wait, what does Riri think?
Yeah, she's wearing pink outfit. Frozen.
Just cut.
Let's cut it in half. Let's cut it in
Let's go
half.
with the other one. First you and then turn it around.
Okay.
I forget.
You forget! Oh my gosh. Woo, what is it? When did you make this?
I'm gonna take it out.
I'm going to.
This is a new thing.
All right, well, that basically sums up my 3rd trimester. I think I said 3rd. It's been really fun letting you guys all know finally and connecting with so many new moms and moms-to-be and hearing all of your tips and tricks. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is still gonna be a channel about health, fitness, and lifestyle, but I'm definitely gonna incorporate more stuff about my pregnancy and becoming a mom and this whole journey. So if there's specific things and questions you want to see or have answers to, please let me know. And just make sure that you are subscribed and give this video a like and help spread the love and spread the word. And I can't wait to finally shoot more content for you guys. Thanks for watching.